Hey everybody, we're back playing some more Phoenix Wright. Continuing the case 4 or episode 4, the Turnabout Goodbyes. We're at Turnabout Sisters. Turnabout Samurai. I think I like Turnabout Samurai the most. I think that was my favorite. Okay, be a heck of a time having like a court case the day of Christmas Eve. Well, obviously not on day, but Christmas Eve and then the day after Christmas. That's gonna suck. Like, we just had Christmas Day, and we gotta come right in 9 a.m. for court appearance because somebody can't act right for the holidays. It might be an interesting research. It's like, I know the suicide rate goes up during the holidays, but crime should relatively be down around the holidays. At least just like maybe crime committed on Christmas. On the day after Christmas, or at least a couple of days after Christmas, just to like give people like a break kind of situation. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me. Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? What are you whispering about? Whispering about? Oh, nothing. Some water. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Ooh. You seriously think that I would stand here where I'm not completely prepared?
Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call as first a witness.
What's with this guy? He royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now.
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at this map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. They went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma.
Yes?
Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not.
Man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, and we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Cross-examination, attorney. Now. You receive a call from a man?
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there. He was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right?
Objection!
Oh, he has a very deep voice.
The woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping? Out of heart?
What happened next, detective?
How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto for the month is get there quick. Objection! Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for deject daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir.
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
Man, he's got his share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know, we have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments about an active detective on the force.
Detective Gupshit doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
By the next one. Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet. A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. George, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
.22 caliber pistol. Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
Murder weapon?
A pistol. Delta gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence?
Tis.
Ack, he has the same evil laugh as Ezra.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Ezra's right hand.
What?
Order! So Mr. Ezra's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, sir. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Something in the evidence.
The murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Ezra's right hand.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet matched the pistol.
Hey Nick, what does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking to imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Tis. Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive markings on each bullet it fires. You can imagine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Ezra did it.
Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now. But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Snapping his fingers like Thanos.
Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? Ezra, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. Only one who could have shot that man was the person in that photo. True. Was that you on the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I came up with.
I'm not going to convince anyone of that. Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. No good. What was Ezra doing at the park anyway? That's the real question. He shouldn't even be there just to witness a murder. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, of course not. I need you here. Why will he ever say the other thing? That'd be cruel and mean. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Aw, everyone has their off days. Aw, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really?
Whoa. Right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. Bad for my heart.
Oh, sorry.
Whoops. Court is back in session. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes.
Excuse me.
Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university?
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, you happen to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Very well. This is a surprise. This is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order! I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this corresponds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. You have to. You may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt?
You can't do that.
Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think I noticed one little thing. Oh, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on.
Yeah, got a bad feeling about this.
I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Oh yeah, well, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really.
Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
What research? This all sounds suspicious.
Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
He's got a deep voice for an old man, my God. What does this witness' motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well then, no, say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. See, as I recall, I could have sworn that part of the lake she was camping at did not allow any camping. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? No, I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
because you clearly see the two men. Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. On karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure, as country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood.
Nick, all this testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. And press your judgment. Very well. Now, Mr. Miles Ellsworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me. Maya?
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Ellsworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Ellsworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. Court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Ellsworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. Sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave.
Oh, no. Wait, I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Ellsworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again.
Order! 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 You are in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lodenhart has made a new testimony. The defense has a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am. You're going to arrest someone. Arrest me.
Very well. Miss Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya.
Bah, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright.
I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in this testimony.
Well, find it, if you can.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna chill a little bit.
Objection!
Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yeah, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yeah, you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What?
Mr. Wright has a point. Objection. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yeah, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
And please testify as the circumstances of your sightings.
Did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Yeah, right. It was cold that night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a guy where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with
this as it is.
Nobody loves me. Your camera? Yeah. It's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here, Miss Hart, seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Very well, Mr. Wright. Do you wish to press further about the camera?
The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of the nature. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. Thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now, wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Mr. Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you said you clearly saw him. I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I want to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. He's looking it up. Almost there.
Objection!
Oh god, I went to the wrong one. Oh, it didn't go to the wrong one. The game did.
Objection!
You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, where are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well, then what exactly was he photographing?
Your Honor, take a look at this.
Take that!
Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? The sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see, you proved that I was down on the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around. What proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy at the lake?
Gotta be this photograph. I mean, the camera. I just have to make sure I'm right. I don't want to lose any more points that I already did. Seeing you lost those last ones. your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are you all lawyers that smart? Are all you lawyers that smart? Oh, smart boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. For what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But, as she so subsequently said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Nothing will change. It has to. I'm going to spot it.
Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative reporter. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else I could look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection!
The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection!
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
O'Connor's up to something, I know it.
He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Oh, that would be a first.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There is no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
And what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything.
Hold it!
An investigative reporter, a photographer. Huh? You get your photo and sell it to the press? That kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine how stupid it'll be.
Hold it.
Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on TV. Not sure that appearing on the local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real. That's right. There's one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it.
That's why you put that automatic sensor on your camera? Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. They analyze every sound it picks up, and when it gets up, bang! It snaps a shot. Yep. How many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually...
Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. Oh no. If she heard a bang, she thought Gordy was out there. Kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Was there nothing on that lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. Nope. The lake was smooth as glass. And nobody was on the shore neither. I better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Okay. Hold your hush puppies.
Objection!
Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person will be looking at it.
I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You are camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give that boat a second thought. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well,
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photographs, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took that photo and...
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? You took that photo and what? Wait a second. You even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality of might, but should let us know who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photo, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has the enlargement not been presented to the court?
Objection!
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart, show the photograph to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Objection!
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. This witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
You still cannot see who is firing this in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy no, Mr. Wright. Happy no, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose that means the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lauder Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. Yeah, so on his right hand. That'd be this one. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What that might be. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Take that!
Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I'd understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts.
Take that!
The evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us this definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Well, who but the defendant could have shot the victim? There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order!
So,
So you're saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wounds revealed the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet.
There's no way it could have been suicide. Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Bang, bang. Oh my God. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, do you have anything to say?
No. I have yet to declare innocent, right? I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too.
What? Don't give me that look.
I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh,
Right.
what? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. But can you just state how you really feel with that? Thanks, Edgeworth. I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. Thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll end the video right there. I'll come back to it. Well, it's Sunday now, so it's probably gonna come back to it. If not this coming weekend at some point, maybe some point the week following. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care and be safe.